Hello Internet, my name is Daniel Lewis, and today we are going to be talking about the themes of the book In the Time of the Butterflies. Some themes of this book are power and political repression, or oppression. The theme of power can be found in the book with a quote that says, "Trujillo is the law," Papa whispered, as we all did nowadays when he pronounced the dreaded name. This shows the theme of power because it shows that Trujillo, who will be represented as a T, could create and is the law in the eyes of many in the Dominican Republic. Sometimes the law was going crazy, in which people couldn't even wear khaki trousers and shirts of the same color without being fined. But perhaps some of the greatest ways this book emphasizes the theme of power is when Trujillo became leader. One of Minerva's friends, Sinita, says Trujillo became president in a sneaky way. First he was in the army, and all the people who were above him kept disappearing until he was the one right below the head of the whole armed forces. Wanted to study law. She even told El Jefe, "I've always wanted to study law." This is shown on page 98. And 5 years later, after Trujillo did eventually let Minerva study law, it turned out that Trujillo did not give her the license to practice. Shown on page 138. It was a pretty important day. Minerva was the first person in our entire extended family, minus Manolo, to have gone through university. What a shock then, when Minerva got handed the law degree, but not the license to practice. Here they all thought that El Jefe had relented against our family and let Minerva enroll in law school. But really what he was planning all along was to let her study for 5 whole years, only to render the degree useless in the end. How cruel. But Trujillo stopped anyway for anyone to go against the regime through political repression/oppression. There is a quote also, in which it is said that Trujillo found out that a person named Galindez was writing a book against the regime. He sent agents offering him a lot of money for it. $25,000, I've heard. But Galindez said no. Next thing you know, he's walking home one night and he disappears. No one has seen or heard from him since. This was all to make sure there was no one against the regime, and those are the themes shown in this book.